I want to meet the love of my life. I want to meet my twin flame. I want to meet my soulmate. I want to meet somebody who understands me, who gets me, who accepts me fully for who I am with all aspects of myself, so that I can feel complete when I'm around them and understood by somebody else. The problem with this is that within existence, and going back to the governing laws that we exist within, the law of attraction states that you can only ever attract that from the universe around you that you vibrate at yourself. And twin flames, I've done another video on twin flames and the truth behind who your twin flame is. But in short, your twin flame is you. It is the aspect of you that is source. Quantum entanglement dictates that two atoms simultaneously know all information across any space and time, because they are connected. They are two parts of the same whole, two sides of the same coin, as with everything in existence. You are complete within yourself only once you complete yourself with source, as well as by uncovering all the parts of yourself lost and left in the darkness. Only then can you be complete, and only then can you attract with completion somebody else who is complete themselves. Until you do the work yourself, you will only ever attract somebody on the same sort of frequency as yourself. Somebody who has parts missing that is looking to complete themselves in another. And unless you are complete in yourself, you can never love yourself with completion, and then you can never love somebody else with completion. By saying I want, again, you are vibrating at a lack of having. So within existence, any time that something is not complete, it will only ever attract something within the same frequency range as it. By saying I want to meet somebody who will understand me and love me means that you are lacking that very thing. So you will always be shown the lack of that very thing from the universe around you. The reason that you are lacking that very thing is because you have not accepted yourself. Within the darkness of our minds, there are parts of us that we have tried to deny. There are events that we have hidden within the dark. And it is not until you go back and face the darkness, travel through it into the other side, that you will reach the light. To become enlightened, to exist in a state of enlightenment, is to exist in a state of true and complete acceptance within the light. Yet in order to reach the light, first you must journey through darkness. You must venture into hell. Journey through there, where you will gain your truest and most beneficial learnings. Information that you can only find there, because a lot of things only exist within the darkness. If it was not for the darkness, there'd be nowhere for the stars to shine, or nowhere for the light to fill. Yet the more darkness you have had surround you in the past, the larger the area is to now fill with light. Once you have journeyed into hell, into your own personal hell, you can, at the end of your journey, shake hands with the devil, give him a hug, accept him for who he is within the grand scheme of things. That aspect of yourself, just as God is just another aspect of the self. And then you can leave the darkness, having brought back into yourself all those parts that were previously lost there. And by doing so, bringing back completion to the self. Not until you complete yourself will you then vibrate at completion, at a state of being, of love and true acceptance of what is. You will then not need anybody else to accept you, because you accept yourself. You will not need anybody else to love you, because you love yourself unconditionally. All parts of yourself, all events that you have experienced and taken part in. all part of the bigger picture, all part of the story of who you are. And if it was not for each event along the way, this traumatic event, which led to this traumatic event, which led to this traumatic event, and the learnings attached, which in turn leads you to your happy ever after. If you had not experienced this event, you would not have looked for an alternative path, an alternative way towards your happy ever after. If you continuously repeat the same cycles without taking the learnings, then you will never ever find completion. You will never ever complete that level within your game of life. You will just continuously repeat, rinse and repeat, until you do finally take note of what it is that is there to be learned. If you continuously repeat the same cycles or have the same relationships, it is because there is something there to be seen within those people that is there within yourself. And once more, what rests below the surface of the water, if left in the darkness, will undermine you from the darkness, but also you will never be able to see it, to understand it, to take the learnings from it. When it raises to the surface and somebody triggers you, or you have a relationship with somebody who is not able to give you what it is that you wanted or desired from it, it is there to show you that the exact thing that they did, the exact reason that you could not see them or be with them, is the same exact reason that you cannot truly be with yourself. To be a human being with yourself, to sit in silence with yourself. Because that is why you are so continuously staying busy and active, why there is always thoughts going on to cover up what it is that is below the surface. But what it is below the surface is what you need to see. So in order to get to the point of being able to see what it is that you need to learn from and to embody back into yourself, you must first settle down the waters of the mind. You must create a calm pool so that you can see clearly what is at the depths as well as what is being reflected back at you. In order to do this, I strongly suggest you watch our mindful versus mindful video, because again, within reality there is always two sides to the same coin, and the difference between being mindful and stepping back and observing situations and being mindful where you can't really focus on any one thing, and if a negative thought comes in, instead of allowing it to flow by, it becomes snagged on the rest of the thoughts internally within your mind and becomes part of the whole mess that's within there. And then once it gets to a point where it is almost ready to explode, even the tiniest little event, the tiniest little thing added to it that is nothing really to even worry about, causes it to become so full that you explode, and that you then cause this person a load of hurt because you are trying to get rid of what was within you. Again, if you do that, if you have caused people pain, it is not your fault. It just is what it is, and it is due to your programs and your behaviours, the subconscious programs that you learned as a child, which you run. It is now time to re-educate yourself, and I'm here to bring you all the information required in order to step you into alignment with your truest self and your greatest life in all ways. Does life happen to you, or do you happen to life? And if you believe life happens to you, it is time to start on a true journey of personal discovery and betterment. And I strongly suggest that you message me and that you book a series of sessions so that together we can prove to those parts of yourself which believe that you are subjected to anything outside you, the truth of who you truly are, the creator being in all aspects and ways. We are all the same at our core. We all have the same infinite potential to create anything that we desire. A thought becomes an action becomes a habit. The negative habits which you have learned and embodied, dictate the character that you once were. It's time to remove those old programs. It's time to reinstall more beneficial and optimal programs to run you towards more beneficial and joyful habits, such as staying grounded in gratitude, existing in the gift of the present moment, and being guided by love at all times, accepting all that is and existing in a state of flow. Because when you flow, you can let go. And when you flow, if the winds of life blow, then you can move and bend and adapt. If you're too rigid and upright, then the first winds that come along will blow you and snap you in two. Now is the time. And the only way that you will ever truly meet somebody that will fully accept and love you for who you are is once you fully accept and love yourself for who you are. Once you accept all the parts of yourself that you used to try to deny. And it is very difficult. It is a very hard journey to take. And it is one that is more beneficially taken with the assistance of somebody else. And once more, I'm here to guide you all the way home. I'm here to gift you the key. A key that will unlock a door within and set not only you, but the whole world free. What lies in the darkness can only be scary in the darkness, because once brought into the light, it becomes the light. It is only the shadows that we do not dare to face, that we do not realise the face to them. They're all aspects of the self. And once you have fully accepted and embodied them all back into who you are, you become complete once more. You enter a state of Unity One consciousness and start on the true path towards enlightenment. The shit of life, the events that have happened and taken place within your life, or the experiences that you have experienced thus far, are only negative if you perceive them and treat them as such. Shit happens in life, and you've got 2 or 3 really things you can do with it. 2 ways to treat it. You can carry it around with you on your back, weighing you down, making you smell. You can sweep it under the rug, out of sight, out of mind, right? But there it will sit, rot and fester, creating a hostile environment for anybody that comes near. Or you accept that shit and you use it to your advantage. Within the garden of the mind, where your attention goes, your energy flows, and what you focus upon grows. Focus upon the flowers in your garden, and once more, use the shit to benefit you by planting it and digging it into your garden and using it as fertilizer to grow your flowers even more big and beautiful than you could have done without that shit. It is the traumatic events in life which are required to bring the learnings and the growth that you are here to gain and embody. You are a carbon-based being, and it is pressure over a prolonged period of time, an immense heat that turns carbon into diamond. Shine bright, stay true to who you are, and accept all that is. By trying to deny any aspect of reality, you are denying yourself. You are denying yourself the life of your dreams. Sending you love and light, infinite blessings. Until next time, namaste. Thank you for who you are and all you continue to do. Thank you for continuing to gain the knowledge, the wisdom, for continuing to look within and doing the work required to bring freedom to not only yourself, but everybody else. As you continue to do the work, as you continue to expand your consciousness and awareness, you continue the expansion and awareness of everybody else, helping others to break free from that limitation and illusion of old. Continue to support me in all I do. Continue to grow the movement and continue to grow yourself.